When Stars Are Scattered, Chapter 9. I try to forget about America. I try to remember what Fatima told me, that God has a plan for me, and I just need to be patient. When I have a hard time remembering, Fatima makes me remember. I stop to get some sap from a tree. When you mix it with charcoal from the fire and some water, it makes a kind of ink. I don't go to Dugzi very often. Between all my chores and school and watching Hassan, it's hard to find the time, but it makes Fatima happy when I go. Besides, it's almost Ramadan. Dugzi is where we go to learn the Quran. We have these long boards that we write on. Everyone makes their own pens out of branches, and you write out pages of the Quran on them, and then wipe them off when they're full. Psst, what are you doing here? Sit next to me. Our Imam leads us in reciting a verse from the Quran. For indeed with hardship we will be ease. Indeed with hardship will be ease. I try to hold on to this feeling of peace when our lessons are over. Hey, are you going to fast during Ramadan? I think so. You? Yeah. Ramadan is our holy month. From sunrise to sunset, all Muslims are supposed to refrain from eating and drinking. All month. Actually, if you're old or sick or traveling, you're technically exempt, but most people in the camps fast anyway, even if they're sick or hungry. A lot of kids my age do it too. Just because we're poor and hungry doesn't mean we can't observe the holy month. Hey, by the way, I've got an idea for how we can earn a little money during Ramadan. Are you in? Ever since that day in the market with his dad, Jerry has been obsessed with making money. Last week, he made us walk far into the bush to find fruits that we were going to sell at the market. 8 hours later, we emerged from the wilderness covered with scratches. And then some older kids came and stole all our fruit anyway. Needless to say, I'm not exactly thrilled to hear he has a new plan, but as his best friend, it's my job to help him out. So of course I say, yeah, I'm in. Jerry's idea is pretty simple, as it turns out. He explained it to me on the first day of Ramadan. Look at all these women in the market today. What do you think they're shopping for? Food? Iftar. People want to celebrate with an iftar at the end of the day. Oh, right, iftar. Back in Somalia, back when, we had food, a long day of fasting during Ramadan ended in a big feast with your friends and family. Iftar celebrates the breaking of the fast at sunset. In Somalia, an iftar might be fruits or vegetables or meat. Here in Dadaab, I give you orange drink. Orange drink? Where'd you get that big bucket? Did you steal it? Of course I didn't steal it. It's Ramadan, dummy. Ali at the sweet shop kind of lent it to me. Look, this whole bucket costs 10 shillings. We have to pay him back 12 shillings. What? That doesn't make any sense. Why would we pay him more than what it's worth? Besides, I don't have 12 shillings, and neither do you. Relax. This is our whole business plan. Most of these women don't have 10 shillings either, so they can't buy a bucket of orange drink. But they could spend a few cents on a few scoops of mix, enough to make a special treat for their families to celebrate iftar. The jar says it holds 100 scoops of powder. If we sell one scoop for 20 cents, we make 20 shillings. We pay Ali his 12 shillings, which leaves us 8. Split 3 ways, we'll each earn almost 3 shillings apiece. And here I thought Miriam was the mathematical genius. Hey, that's pretty good. Thank you. Now let's get to work. What a nice young man. It probably helped that Ramadan is traditionally a time to give to the poor and needy. I think of a lot of the moms bought the drink mix because they felt sorry for us. Hassan was especially good at charming the women. But whatever the reason, look, Fatima, nearly 6 shillings, and there will be more where that came from. My goodness, I can buy some tea and sugar with this. We'll have a real iftar tomorrow. I missed some school during Ramadan, but that's just part of life in a refugee camp. School is important, but so is supporting my family. I still made it to school most afternoons. Besides, with the extra shillings I was earning, Hassan and I would be ready to celebrate when it was time for Eid al-Fitr. It's almost here. I can't wait. The holy month of Ramadan ends with a big holiday, Eid al-Fitr. It's a day of prayer, giving to the poor, religious sermons, and candy. When you wake up on the first day of Eid, you start with prayer, then you wash yourself, brush your teeth, and put on new clothes if you have them. Some families will buy clothes 6 months in advance and won't wear them until Eid. We don't have new clothes, but I make sure Hassan and I have clean clothes to wear. Jerry doesn't have new clothes either. Now that I think about it, his shirt and pants have big holes in them. I guess he's had them for a long time. Today they're clean though. Next comes the Big Eid Prayer. Usually that happens on the soccer field. It looks like there are thousands of people out here today, even though it's hot. I pray for my dad and my mom. I wish they were here today to celebrate with us. I pray for me and Hassan that we'll find a way out of this refugee camp, that someday we'll find a home. After the prayers are over, it's a holiday. Eid is really a holiday for kids, and there are so many kids in the camp. If you ask a grown-up for candy or money, Eid Mubarak, if they have it, they can't say no. It's the best. Jerry, Hassan, and I stuff ourselves silly with candy and sweets all day long. We share our wealth with the other kids we see. It feels nice to be able to give something to someone else for a change. Eid Mubarak, Nemo. Eid Mubarak, Miriam. Eid Mubarak. It's nice to see Miriam with her brothers and sisters again. She seems really happy when she's around them. Hey, do you want some bubble gum? Let's have a bubble blowing contest. I'm in. You know, I come in first in everything, right? I know Miriam is married now, but it's nice just to be kids for a day again. The last and best part of the day is the feast. Back in Somalia, there would be a big banquet on Eid. Families would cook elaborate meals and share with their neighbors. We still don't have much food in the camps, but whatever food people do have, they share it. Meat, vegetables, fruits, no one is turned away from the meal. For the first time in many, many months, Hassan and I eat and eat until we can't finish another bite. Most people in Dadaab are poor and starving, but for one day at least, no one goes hungry. That's the end of chapter 9, and we will pick up with chapter 10 next time.